Good afternoon, Professor McCullough and class. My name is Sharon Marks, and I will be speaking on how to deliver effective presentations. Effective public speaking requires balance between art and science, with public speakers effectively mastering content and structure, and the following presentation will outline 4 steps which will help achieve that goal. The first step, our introduction. Our introduction should be a catchy one. We can use a striking visual aid, as I've done here. We can tell a brief story that relates to our talk, or we can ask a thought-provoking question. A thought-provoking question could be one such as, have you ever been on the beach in your bare feet with the sand flowing through your toes? Now, something like that will catch the attention of the audience. Then now they have a visual, and now they want to know, okay, how is that going to relate to the rest of the talk? The next, step 2, delivery strategy. We want to maximize our eye contact with the audience. That's one delivery strategy. Use gestures, such as if we're speaking of something up high, we can put our hand up high, or if we're speaking of something down low, we can put our hand down low. We want to be aware of facial expressions from the audience. We want to speak clearly, and we want to use an outline. An outline is always good because we could get nervous, we could forget what we're going to say. I mean, it happens no matter how well we speak, how well we practice. It can happen to anyone. So it's always best to have an outline so that we'll have something to refer back to. Another delivery strategy, step 2, would be how to learn how to respond to questions. If there's a question and answer session, we want to anticipate some of the questions and think of how we'll answer those questions. And also, when we get to that question and answer session, we want to make sure that we listen carefully so that we can answer the questions appropriately. Then we also want to know how to end a question and answer session, such as saying something such as, okay, we'll have one more question before this question and answer session is over. The third step, common mistakes. One common mistake is not being prepared. We always want to practice our presentation. We want to go to the location, check it out, make sure that we know where we're going to be standing on the stage, make sure we check the sound system. That's very important because we don't want to get there and have any surprises. Maybe the sound system is not working and we have to speak louder. Things like that can happen. Also, we want to know the age and the culture of our audience. Then we want to make sure that we speak, make sure that our information is clear and simple, to the point. We don't want to give out too much information where the audience is just overwhelmed and they come away with nothing. But we want them to be able to leave with something in mind, make sure they've learned something, make sure they've taken something away from our talk. Fourth, visual aids. Visual aids are always good because people just love to look at things. We love television, we love movies, we love pictures. PowerPoint presentations are great to use, but we just don't want to be too dependent on them. Make sure that we give attention to the audience also. Even in an introduction, when I said we could use a visual aid, maybe something as simple as a can opener. We can use that in the beginning of our talk as a visual aid, and then all throughout the talk, the picture of that can opener will be in the audience's mind, and they'll wonder, okay, how does this can opener want to relate to the rest of this talk? But we want to make sure that the can opener does relate to the talk. So in conclusion, I hope I was able to give you 4 takeaways that you can use in presenting effective public presentations by having a catchy introduction, having effective delivery strategies, avoiding common mistakes, and effectively using visual aids. Thank you.